congratulations with your new release. You have some years in between the previous release. Of course, there were some Corona years in between, but can you take me through those years? What happened?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the previous album we released in 2019.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable that that's going to be almost 6 years ago. It's crazy to think about it. But yeah, as you said, like we had this in between time that was a bit weird. But yeah, a lot of things happened in those years, and I think all of us changed as well. We had a new drummer. And so, yeah, a lot of things happened for us to make the album, well, the mini album that we have just released. And that's been quite a long process as well, because we started it in 2022. So it's not a mini album that we've released uh, right now, like all at once. We released the first song in December 2022, and then the last one in October 2024. So almost a 2 year period as well of releasing songs for this mini album.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, and I saw you also have like lots of videos of that. You refer to it as chapters in there in the YouTube.
Exactly.
Can you explain a little bit of this concept then?
Yeah, well, we knew that we wanted to make a video for every song because nowadays, I mean, it is a bit sad to say, but not everyone listens to a full album. I think a lot of people just focus on the singles that bands release or that artists release. And we wanted to make it visual, have a visual story with these songs, so that people would pay attention to every song and know what we had to say with each song and the lyrics. So that's why we decided to accompany all the songs with a video and explain a story. It's all one story divided in chapters, as you said. And the good thing about doing it this way is that we get a lot of comments, for example, from people saying, "Ah, so many things have happened since we started this journey," because everyone is calling it a journey, this mini album. Of course, as I said, it's almost 2 years. So people have been with us during all these releases, and they've been following not just the songs and not just the music, but the story we've been telling with the music. And it's helped a lot, I think, because everyone knows all the songs, which is also a great feeling when you play them live. Everyone has listened to all the songs in the mini album. It's not just like two singles and then five songs that no one knows about, you know? So it's been a journey and it's been fantastic doing it this way. We've loved it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Have you like come up with the idea of those videos? I mean, of course, it's linked to the song, as you said, but like how to
Yeah.
visualize that?
Yeah, we did both things at the same time. So
Mm.
we didn't write the song and then think of a video for the song. So
Oh,
we
okay.
knew the story we wanted to tell. And with this story, it's basically a story of someone going through different mental states. It could be the stages of grief, it could be fears as well. Um, and we knew we wanted to tell this story and that every song on its own has make it makes sense. So you don't have to listen to all of it. It's not like conceptual that you need to listen to all the album to make sense of it. So each song has its own uh, individual and single meaning. But if you put them all together, like they all tell this story. Um, and yeah, that's it basically. So it all came at once. It wasn't just like making the music and then coming up with the videos. Like it was all one same idea, one all together.
All right. If you look at the music you made, like in the previous albums, like the first ones, for example, and you compare it to now, where do you think the fans that followed you from the beginning see the biggest surprises?
Ooh, but the band has changed. Like the music
Yeah.
from the beginning, if I count the real beginning, has changed a lot. The band started many years ago. I wasn't even in the band when it started. I joined the band in 2014. So more than 10 years ago now, but the band started in 2003.
Oh.
So yeah, 21 years ago, almost 22. And the first album they released when I wasn't in the band was even in Spanish. It was a very like symphonic, I don't know, metal in Spanish. So very, very different to what we do now. And then when I joined, well, they changed to English long before I joined the band. But when I joined the band, that the band changed a little bit as well because the previous singer didn't do any screaming. and I do. So that was the first step of change as well. And I think we've all evolved as people as well, influences, and that has led us to what we do now, which is basically people who listen to ANKOR normally say, like in this mini album, if you listen to different songs, they all sound quite different. They all sound like ANKOR, so they're all us, but we love so many different genres of music and so many different styles that we don't just want to do one thing. That we love mixing and putting all the things we love into the band. So it has changed a lot. The band has changed a lot, definitely. I think now we've probably found the sound that we love most. But this is me speaking now. Maybe if we speak in 10 years, maybe the band will have changed a lot again. So I don't know. We just do what we like doing.
All right, let's look a little bit at a couple of the songs of your release. Then I would like to say the last video, Shoganai. Can you tell me a little bit about this track?
Yeah, it's the conclusion of all the story. It's chapter number 7 from the mini album, which is the last one, and it's basically the closure to all the story that we've spoken about. It's a sad song, like most of ANKOR songs, I would say, a bit emo, but it always has a ray of hope, normally in the chorus. It's different, very different to the rest of the songs. That in this song, we have like symphonic elements. We've added orchestras to it, something that we hadn't done in the previous songs, and it's not something that ANKOR usually does. But we felt for this song like we wanted it to be an epic closure to the story. So I think it's a very powerful song. The lyrics are powerful as well. And it means a lot. It's a very special song to us, and it's the end of a 2-year journey. So it's very special.
Yeah, I can imagine. Stereo is like a track that feels much calmer. Can you tell me a little bit what's behind that one then?
Yeah. Well, Stereo, chapter number 5, is it? I think it's 5. Is more of a dancey song as well. Like we've got this dancey bit at the end. And even though it's like more groovy, it's still a darker meaning to it. It's about this person who has these two voices, the good and the bad, as always, good and evil, and doesn't know which one to follow. It's her conscience telling her to do one thing, to do the other. And yeah, well, we decided to make a dancier song as well, to make a bit of contrast between the good and the bad in this story.
Yeah, and then let's talk a bit about Venom. I think that for me that track jumps out most. I think it was a very powerful track, and I remember the impact that you had with it when you played it live. I saw you in Tuska this year in Finland. So yeah, it's one of those songs that you remember. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, Venom. I said earlier, Stereo chapter 5. No, Stereo is chapter 4. Venom is chapter 5. Now I got it right. Venom. What can I say about Venom? Like we wanted to, basically, I think the title says it all. It's this poison in you, so it had to be a hard song. Just anger. I would describe Venom as anger, basically. But then at the end, we have this softer bit as well. We didn't want to just limit it to being the typical, like very metal and hard sounding song. And we wanted to give it a different touch at the end. So we had this EDM, like very melodic part at the end. But basically, Venom is just releasing all the anger you have inside.
Yeah, I can recall that to see that live as well. Yeah. For me, when I listen to Darkbeat, I think that track kind of summarizes everything in one song that I hear from you. What lays behind this one?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Darkbeat has all these little elements. It has the electronic, but it has like a very open chorus that actually feels a bit like an anime, like an opening for an anime. And it has all these elements. I think it's one of the most powerful songs as well. I have to say, when we started releasing the chapters, we didn't start releasing them in order. So the first chapter we released was Prisoner. Then we released Oblivion, chapter 3, and then we jumped to chapter 1. So it was quite a special one as well, because people had seen chapter 2, chapter 3, and seeing these emotions, seeing these feelings in the story, but not knowing really why this person, in this case it's me in the videos, but why this person is feeling certain things. And then we released chapter 1, Darkbeat, and everyone was able to see the story, the origin of like the beginning of everything. And basically it's the bomb that explodes and provokes like the rest of the chapters. I think it's for me is one of my favorite songs we've ever released. I love the lyrics to it. I love the chorus. I would say it's one of my favorite choruses we've ever done. As well, very powerful. Good moments to release anger. You can also dance. So yeah, I think as you said, like it has a bit of everything, and it's probably the song that if I had to show a song to someone who's never listened to ANKOR, I think that would probably be a good one to say like, hey, this is what ANKOR is. Like you've got all these little bits of things.
Yeah, I think so. I saw you have like a new tour announced for next year in Europe, quite a long list. Are you planning to cross the pond and go to the US, for example?
Yeah, we would love to. It's something that we are working on to make it happen at some time earlier, like sooner than later. I can't confirm yet dates, but for now, yes, we have this huge European tour in February and March 2025. I mean, we're going to a lot of countries. So yeah, we're very excited about that. And we have like Conquer Divide coming with us, playing with us from the US. So we're very excited. I'm a big fan of Conquer Divide, so I'm very happy. And then we have Seven Blood and A Dark Reborn, who are friends of ours as well, here from Catalonia. So I think it's going to be a great tour, and we're planning loads of things for 2025 as well after this tour.
Okay, sounds amazing. As a last question for this series is, do you have a Christmas wish or some wisdom to share with the world?
Christmas wish. Yes, I have many Christmas wishes, many, many, many. But maybe the one I would say is anyone who's watching this interview, come to one of our shows and come dance with us, come have fun and feel all the emotions in one of the shows. If we're playing near you, which we are probably, if you're watching from Europe, we're probably playing near you in February or March. So yeah, that would be my Christmas wish for everyone to come and see us at one of our shows.
All right. Thank you very much. So nice words.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. And yeah, good luck on your tour.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. And hey, Merry Christmas. A bit early. Merry Christmas.
All right. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.